guys, it's Linda, and I am going to go over, I haven't done this in a while, what am I reading? So I'm going to go over some of the books that I'm reading and plus some Kindle books that I'm reading. Once again, I want to tell you that I read maybe sometimes 5 or 6 books at a time, and a lot of times what I do is I read. If I get bored, I go to the next one. I eventually finish them, but it may take me a little while longer. But I like going that way because I kind of got a rotation going, and when I'm kind of bored with one book, I go to the next, and it just works for me. It just makes me read a little slower, but that's okay too. Well, here are the books that I'm reading. Again, I want to say some of these books are not witchy books per se, but they have some insight or maybe some things that I want to get from them. Some of them are kind of helping me do work, some shadow work. So here we go. The first one, now this one is The 4 Elements of the Wise, working with the magical powers of earth, air, water, and fire by Ivo Dominies Jr. I may be pronouncing that right. I am reading this with the book club. I am liking this book. I'm about I think I'm on chapter 11. I'm behind the reading for what the book club is. But I really enjoy how he is sharing, how he works with the elements. Once again, he's not saying, hey, this is how you do it and this is the only way. He's sharing his experience and how he works with the elements, which I like. And he gives some great insights on the elements. I'm beginning to see some things differently. He also shares like chants and spells and stuff along the way. But it's really not about the chants or the spells. It's about your interaction with the elements and how you can use those, even to the point of using them astrologically, or physically, or mentally, or psychically. And I'm really enjoying the way he works with elements. I'm getting some good clues or some good things that I probably can try myself. I have tried a couple of exercises in the book. And I feel like it's just a good book to open your eyes to have a more deeper relationship with the elements. So that, I feel like I would give this book a 4 out of 5, only because I'm not finished yet. And then the next book, this is a book that a lot of people have read. I'm just now reading it. I got it from Thrift Books. Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And this is a New York Times bestseller. I'm about a 1/4 of the way with this book. It's kind of got a new age feel and the whole positive mind thing, which, sometimes that's good. Sometimes I think it's overkill. But for his book, he does a lot of research, and I think that's good. And the other thing is that he teaches you how to basically, so far with what I'm getting from where I am in the book, is to change some belief systems. And that's what I needed to get rid of belief systems that are no longer working for me, to question some of the things that I believe, and is that really true? So it's kind of helping me in a shadow work kind of way, even though it's on a more of a positive spin. And it's a good read, and I would suggest it for other people. Okay, going to the next one. Now this book, I am really enjoying. I am about halfway through, and it's called The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. Again, another New York Times bestseller. I again got this book. It's kind of like a little haul also from Thrift Books. I find it better to buy some of the books I want secondhand. Sometimes people have made little notes, which I love and love looking at it. But I just enjoy buying. It's cheaper for me. It's more economical because I buy so many books and I love to read. So this is a good way for me to keep up with my reading, maybe not spend as much money. This is a really good book. And so far, I would give it a 5 out of 5. And like I said, I'm not even finished with the book. But basically, the Let Them Theory is about letting people do what they do. You're not going to always agree with people. You can't control people. Sometimes people will like the things you do and sometimes they won't. But you can't, in a way, it's a stoic kind of thing. Like, you can't take that personally. You just have to let them believe what they want to believe. Let them do what they want to do. And you have to move on. And then the second part of the let them theory was let me, which is basically empowering you or encouraging you to take responsibility for your own actions by not letting so much people get to us, you know? So what are you doing about it? Let me be okay with me. Let me take today as it comes. Let me, whatever somebody's doing to you, well, I'm not going to let that affect me, but I'm going to do this, this, and this. So, so far from what I've read, I feel like it's very, very good book. If you are a people pleaser, this is an excellent book for you. Or if you're just to the point where you know that sometimes you let people affect you in ways that you don't want to give them that power, this is also a good book. So I'm really liking this book and I give it a 5 out of 5. Okay, then the next book is Brujas, The Magic of Power, The Magic and Power of Witches of Color. And I might be messing up these last names, but it's Lorraine Montegut, PhD. Personally, I like this book, but there were some things I agree with her and some things not. I think she had some great insights in the book. Now, the thing that I really enjoyed is that she also interviewed other people or told their story. Some of these were people that maybe are in social media, and I enjoyed having all the various stories and insights from different people. So I did enjoy that. Her own journey, it sounded like she had been through a lot, breakups and whatever, and how that brought her to witchcraft. And that was interesting. She also gave an insight that I really hadn't thought. You know, there are some witches of color who don't present as black or a darker skin, but they present as white. And she, I think she's Hispanic, but she presents, I think she's Cuban. She presents as white, and she talked about how sometimes that's a challenge for her, for other witches of color and that interaction. And then for, you know, her interaction with white witches also, which I'm sure that it could be different and maybe sometimes challenging. I would have liked maybe that Call Me Nosy have seen a picture of her, but she didn't have one anywhere in the book. But the book was, it helped me grow and see things from different perspectives. A lot of the people in that book, I can tell that I'm older than, so sometimes my perspective might be different for some of them just because of my age. But they did have some great stories, some great wisdom that they passed along and that I got something from. And I enjoyed the book. So I would give it 4 out of 5 also. So that is what I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of reading. I've been gardening, and I probably will do a video on gardening when you're in the city, because this is an experiment for me, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that when you really can't plant everything. So I'm probably going to do a video on that real soon. But I'll go on to the next. I do have some Kindle books I'll show you also. And after that, be blessed. On to the Kindle books. I'm continuing. This is my Kindle. One of the books that I'm reading, I'm about 73% through. You can see is Cunning Words by Marshall, the Witch of Southern Light. This book is so good. I'm trying to complete that one so I could go to the next one. I barely started The Red Mother, but he says in the book to go ahead and read The Cunning Words, which was his first book. I am loving this book. It teaches you things, but in a story type fashion. And in that story type fashion, there are very great insights. There are spells. There's things you might want to, kind of look through and think about. Love that book. Then the book Power. I know 48 Laws of Power. People have been reading that. It's taken me a while, but I'm reading that. I'm reading Power, Parable of the Sower, about 53% by Octavia Butler. I'm reading this book slowly because it's dark and intense. And in this time, it's kind of hard for me. But the book is a good book. I also completed The Bones Fall in a Spiral. And this is a book by Necromantic Primer by Mortello. It's about necromancy. And I enjoyed the book. I learned something. There are some things I do with necromancy, but it's not really my thing. But the book was good. So that's good. And pretty much that is it. I just took you through some of the things I'm reading, and I'll do some other things. I think I'll do a video about spring cleaning mentally and physically. So that'll be next. And I think it's some people going around talking about that. You guys be blessed, and going through the books again. So far, I'm doing some good reads. I just want to finish them. And if it's one that really gets to be powerful, I'll probably just do a book review on that. Be blessed.